All right, we're back with another episode of the Scotty No Show. We've got the return of Ian. Ian, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Freshly back from Oregon. Just spent the last basically 3 weeks pooping in the woods and hitting things with chainsaws. So
Ah,
another day in the life for this Mac.
okay. Um, I've been doing what I've been doing. I started a new job, technically. I mean, I just did the online training and whatnot. Working at the gas station now, at the Holiday gas station.
Is that okay. For starters, I listened to the podcast on my way back, and let me tell you, there's nothing quite like listening to two idiots talk about bands they know like 3 songs from, try to argue about a tier list, and then you drop a hot take like, I think I'm gonna work at the Holiday gas station by the truck route. And I'm like, is that the one that all the trucks try to go under the bridge and get stuck on?
No. That's the crossing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a Holiday?
Well, the Holiday, no, it's not. It's a Senex, I think.
Okay.
The Holiday is the one on the very corner of the truck route. You cannot miss it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, you're going down on Garfield, you take a left and you're on Highway 34.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Left or right, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be fun because I'm gonna see way more people that I know now, because not as many people go to the mall as they used to.
This is accurate. Malls kind of a dying breed, especially in this state.
Yeah.
I did one of our trucks broke down in Twin Falls, Idaho. And
Place I've been.
Really?
Yes.
It's kind of fun. It's got a bridge that goes across a pretty impressive canyon that has a goddamn golf course in the bottom of it. It's pretty sick. It's like, I'm like, man, I barely golf, but I would go golf there. And we went to Red Robin. That was the first for me. I'd never been to a Red Robin, Scotty.
What did you get that was endless or whatever? Did you get any endless fries?
Okay, so I got the main thing I got was like their signature burger. I don't know. It's like the Red Robin burger or something. It has an egg on it. It was really good.
Yeah.
And then they gave bottomless fries with that. And then I got a purple poppin' lemonade. And I think I had 6 of them. And it's a lot of sugar. And I was riding a pretty good sugar buzz for a while. Like, I had to go to a bunch of the strip malls to bring it full circle in the area. So I was like looking at Hobby Lobby, just like putting dragons in the crosses aisle. I about bought 6 ferrets, one for each purple pop and lemonade that I have. But what a lot of people don't know is ferrets are expensive, Scotty. I didn't realize this. The ferrets were like $375 a pop. So I got 0 ferrets, but I did certainly think about it.
Okay. Well, if I ever seem distracted, it's because Lyman is playing Kadoka. I think is the game over? No, it can't be. It's got to be like the fourth quarter. It's 22-8 or 20-8 right now. Last I checked at halftime, the Peer Governors were up 34-0 on Brookings. And I think it was 23-6 Stanley County over Dupree. And then I think it was 22-8 Sully Butte over Langford. So
Sully Butte beat Langford?
I think they're beating them right now, yeah.
Okay. Langford has some good teams every once in a while.
Yeah. It's one of those, it's like I don't think it's Faulkton that they're playing. It's definitely
Okay.
like Langford. Yeah. But as always, our show is brought to you by betonline.net. BetOnline.net is your number one source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest sports developments, league reviews, and news, including Major League Baseball, MMA, boxing, and golf, as well as this upcoming season, or this upcoming NFL season as well, and college football. BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering information, including live betting, esports, and scores. And betonline.net remains the best spot for all your sports, scores, podcasts, and news this season. BetOnline.net is the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite sports and events. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more about the trends in action. BetOnline, where the game starts. Of course, one of those trends is, and I would almost do this every year if I could. If you want to bet on something, bet on the Carolina Panthers to beat the Cleveland Browns this weekend.
Always bet that.
Yes. The reason being is the Cleveland Browns have not won a season opening game since 2004.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. One of those season openers was a tie against, I think, the Steelers.
Okay.
But yeah, they haven't
Yeah,
won.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. Some big news I saw earlier today. I know you don't go on it often, but I do. Twitter's testing out an edit button.
All right. I mean, it's about time, I think, but
Yeah,
I honestly, if I would have guessed that they already had that. So
they do not.
also Scotty currently sporting the Mariners jersey. I'm rocking the Athletics.
Are you Canseco?
I am Jose Canseco. You know what else I am?
Mark?
What the undershirt that I got underneath it. I think you'll like this. I recently picked it up. I turned 31 somewhat recently. So I'm like, I'll get myself something. So I got myself Iron Sheik t-shirts.
Oh my God.
So,
break your back, make you humble.
That's what it says on the shirt.
Literally the nicest guy you will ever meet.
He absolutely is. Like, he's, one of the most notorious heels and really all of history.
Yeah.
But he's a super, super down to earth, really funny, really intelligent guy. Like that. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons I even got Twitter in the first place. So Iron Sheik posts some pretty funny stuff.
Speaking of wrestling and Twitter, did you see how just viral the whole Matt Riddle Seth Rollins interview went this week?
Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't expect something with that many F-bombs in it to come out of pro wrestling. Well, I'm not against it. I never would have guessed.
Yeah, or Seth Rollins to call somebody bitch ass.
Yeah.
Today, obviously this week is kind of the big start of college football. Last week, Nebraska lost to Northwestern in Ireland. I'm sorry, Ireland, that you had to see that.
Okay, so you were talking about bets to make. That was a bet to make.
Yeah.
And between the two of us, someone in this podcast did make that bet.
Did you?
Because, yeah, it was minus 400 for, I think, Northwestern to cover 13.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why would you not take that? That's the easiest. Nebraska is garbage. Like, it's the easiest bet. And Northwestern always knocks off at least a couple of good teams. It's never a bad Big Ten team.
It's usually Michigan State.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not saying they will. As we're taping this, it's Friday. I'm not saying they will, but if Nebraska were to ever end up losing to the University of North Dakota tomorrow, I will laugh so goddamn hard.
I don't think so. UND's pretty bad. They
They're
kind of
not
always
that
have been.
bad.
They're pretty garbage, dude.
They're not that bad. They're mid, if anything.
Yeah, but like it's mid for D1 AA.
Yeah. Also, I don't have high hopes for SDSU against Iowa. I don't.
No, I saw some jackwagon on your Facebook postings like, oh, dude, I would laugh so hard if SDSU beat Iowa. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, and on top of that, that was a post about Nebraska. What the fuck does Iowa and USD have to do with Nebraska?
Yeah,
Not a
exactly.
goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of college football, Virginia Tech is playing today, and their game is delayed because a coach got stuck in an elevator.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Yeah, I was there when they videotaped the Aerosmith video.
Ah.
Love in an elevator.
Have you ever been stuck in an elevator?
Not to my knowledge. There were times it certainly felt like I was stuck because of the present company I was with, but I don't think I've ever been truly stuck. So
Yeah. So last week we talked a lot about music. Something that we didn't talk about is this AI rapper. Have you heard of this guy? FN Mika? FN Mecca? Have you heard about this guy?
no, I have not. I don't know anything about him.
Well, he's not real. He's not a real person. He's artificial intelligence that they designed to make rap music. And he got dropped from his label because he was saying some things he shouldn't have. Yes, this is a computer program that's getting canceled because they're saying the N word because it was created by a white guy. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Cancel culture's out of control. We're canceling computers now.
Well, yeah, that's kind of silly, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily have a strong opinion one way or the other than the whole thing is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. One thing I know you do probably have a strong opinion on is Hillary Duff.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, earlier this week, she revealed that I think she was at like one of her kids' soccer games, or it might have been her kids' school, and the kid said that my mommy pooped her pants or something like that, and now, and the teacher told everybody, and now there's this big thing about Hillary Duff pooping her pants.
All right. I had Hillary Duff news as well, but it wasn't quite like that.
Oh, what did you have?
So when we were broken down in Twin Falls, we just went to strip malls. One of them was a perfume / cologne store, and I heard a song on their store radio, and I recognized it as "Never Let You Go" by Third Eye Blind, but it's not by Third Eye Blind. It's by Hillary Duff, Matthew Coma, and RAC. Now, I don't know those later two, but It's pretty good. It's a pretty good bop. I'd check it
I
out.
think I know that one because we played that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
It's a fun song. Like I dug it. It's a pretty good cover. So
I low-key hated it because I'm like, this isn't Third Eye Blind.
yeah, but Hillary Duff's in it, so you gotta like it now.
Okay. Now that I know that,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I don't know much about this guy, but Spencer Strider, did you see what he did the other night?
I don't even know who that is.
So he's a pitcher for the Braves, and he had 16 strikeouts last night, breaking the Braves record previously set by John Smoltz.
Good for him, because you know what happened the last time he pitched? Got lit the fuck up by the Cardinals.
So you do know who this is.
I do recognize that name. It's like if you associate him with the sports team, it's like, yeah, now it's coming together.
Yeah. So yeah. Also Gunnar, what the hell is his last name? Not Johnson. Gunnar,
That was my guess.
oh fuck, what's his name? Holiday, I think. Matt Holiday's kid. I think didn't he get drafted by the Orioles?
Yes.
Well, he hit a home run in his like one of his first at bats the other night as well.
Good for him.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
And his helmet came off, so we gotta get my guy a better helmet. He can't be swinging out of his helmet like he's Bartolo Colon.
Bartolo Colon's the man. So, and he did that. Bartolo Colon swings out of his helmet because it was funny. He's a cool guy, that Bartolo Colon. Minus the whole
Colon.
Yeah, minus the whole PED thing.
But yeah. Speaking of potential PEDs, what the hell has gotten into your boy?
Albert Pujols?
Yes.
Dude, Pujols was never on PEDs. Have you seen him run?
It doesn't matter. You don't have to be on PEDs to run fast.
No, I think it's just like it's one of those things where it's just like the right timing, the moment's right for him. He's just hitting dingers. That's all it is. And if he can get to 700,
he's got to be on something.
Man, that would be so cool. Like if they didn't win,
if he was on something, yes, I agree.
No, he's not on something.
He's on something, man.
He's not on something. Fernando Tatis Jr. is on something. He is not on something.
He's on a lot of things.
I would say it's a lot more likely that Tyler O'Neill is on something than Albert Pujols.
But yeah, he's leading the league in like a bunch of statistical categories after the All-Star break. My favorite part about it is that they're always like the 42-year-old first baseman, and I'm like,
he's not a first baseman. That's the thing.
Whatever he is.
DH.
Yeah, the 42-year. It's like, dude, the man is like 45. He lied about his age. Don't even start with me on that.
So the other thing too with that is, like you were talking about, he's got to be on something. He didn't do anything for the last. I mean, he was good last year, but he was garbage with the Angels for a lot of years where he just DH'd. So he's not banging up his body at all. He's just eating cheeseburgers and chili dogs and getting more power.
Gotta be on something.
You out your fucking mind there.
You know what baseball thing that I like now that you probably hate? When Edwin Diaz comes out and they got the trumpets going on his intro song. I fucking love that.
I guess I haven't seen it.
Oh boy, it's fantastic. Speaking of people that are having a resurgence of sorts at an older age, Serena Williams is doing work at the US Open right now.
Yeah, that was another weird stat that I saw. It was like the last time Serena Williams won something won at the US Open the same day that Pujols hit a home run, and it was the
Yep.
same day as something else.
It was the same day as hits in 2001, Vladimir Guerrero,
Yeah, Vlad.
Senior,
Yeah.
Craig Biggio, and
And
Dante Bichette
yeah,
all had hits.
that's such a bizarre stat.
And then
Only baseball would have that.
Then fast forward, and then Pujols hits home
21 years
run,
later.
and Kevin Biggio, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Bo Bichette all have hits. Aren't they all playing for the same team?
I don't know this year. I know last year they were all in the Jays.
Okay. But yeah, good for Serena though.
Yeah, she doesn't have many left in her. Like it's not going to be. There's not going to be a ton of open. I think she said this is her last U.S. Open.
Yeah, because she wants to focus on being a mom. I think, which is admirable.
Well, she's also, she's older than most of the competition. She's been doing this for years. So
yeah. This is going to be a fun little transition to the rest of the show. We have some unfortunate injury news to report. This injury happened in the final preseason game. Poe the Raven has been injured towards ACL. He is the mascot for the Ravens. He is out for the year.
Well, I guess there's always next year.
Yeah, they're already searching for his replacement.
Man, no loyalty in the mascot game.
Can you imagine being that mascot, tearing your ACL, and then being like, "God damn it"?
No, not really.
But we're gonna get into some NFL picks now. Let's go with our division winners first.
Okay, pick a division. I'll give you the winner.
AFC East.
Okay, so why don't you remind us who the teams there are in that division?
That is the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets.
Okay, you want to start with the picks or you want me to?
I will start. I picked the Bills.
I would also pick the Bills.
Yeah.
I would say the Pats could make a run.
We'll get to our wild cards.
Spot.
We'll get to our wild cards.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to go down the whole line.
No. The Bills, I think, have something to prove.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But good God, they have a tough schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you start out with the Rams. Oh. Now to the AFC West. That is the Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders.
Based on your silence, I'm guessing I'm picking this one
Yes.
first. So I will go Chiefs.
I will also go Chiefs. Although that it's going to be a weird offense without Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, and I think those other West teams are sneaking up on them. I wouldn't be surprised to see someone. I would be very surprised if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody knocked them off. Yeah. It wouldn't be by a landslide, but it would be like they won the head-to-head game and had the same record.
Yeah, I mean the Chiefs, it's going to be hard to knock them off. I think, they still got Travis Kelce, who's maybe the best tight end in football.
He's the best tight end in football. He might be the best tight end ever.
Oh, don't go there.
Or you think it's Gronk?
It very well could be. Very well could be.
I think Kelsey's better.
It honestly could be Antonio Gates, but who knows?
No, it's not Antonio Gates.
Actually, the correct answer is Tony Gonzalez.
Sure, it's always Tony Gonzalez.
AFC South. This is your division. This is the Colts, Jaguars, Titans, and who the hell's the fourth team?
Texans.
Texans. Yeah, they're insignificant.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. I think you got to go Titans.
I think you have to go Colts. I think this is the year. I think this is the year the Titans take a step back because the NFL realizes Ryan Tannehill sucks.
I think the Titans maybe aren't as dominant as they looked last year, but I don't think the Colts are a good team yet.
Colts got a quarterback though.
They all have quarterbacks,
but they got Matt Ryan.
Again, like Matt Ryan might suck too now.
They also got a new guy. Well, it's the same guy, but he's got a new name. They got Shaq Leonard.
Yeah. Yeah. Fat Leonard.
Oh, yeah. I picked the Colts on that.
Okay, going Titans.
AFC North, you have the Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, and Browns. And remember, Deshaun Watson is suspended for, I think, the first 11 games.
Browns are always going to Browns, dude. I know I didn't pick them last year when they looked good on paper. I'm never going to pick them. So I will go the Bengals. Burrow, I didn't give enough credit last year. He is the real deal. I think the Ravens maybe push, that maybe they sneak in there. I think the Steelers are not there yet.
You forget the Ravens were poised to win that division until Lamar Jackson got injured and was out the last 6 games.
And that's the thing too, but Lamar Jackson is also a very run-heavy quarterback.
Yeah.
And as we know, quarterbacks like that don't last very long. So maybe, I mean, RG3 is a precautionary tale to any mobile quarterback. Yeah, Lamar is crazy fast. Yeah, he's got crazy moves, but he does take a lot of hits. He's already been injured pretty bad once. If it happens again, that might be it. So for that reason,
Ravens, by the way,
taking the Ravens, I'm taking the Bengals.
I'll
take the Cincinnati Bengals.
Now we go to the NFC. We go to the North. Honestly, if you pick anybody but the Packers, you're out of your goddamn mind. This is the Packers, Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions.
I see a lot of stuff on that the Lions are going to be good this year. Do you think they're going to be good this year?
We'll have to see.
It's not really an answer, but I will say I think they're. I bet I'm guessing they finished 2 in the division. But yeah, I would say Packers probably. I mean, it's definitely theirs to lose.
And then we have the NFC Beast, or East, I should say. That's the Eagles, Cowboys, the Commanders now. I believe that's what they're called. And the Giants.
I don't know.
I am picking the team that actually no, the Cowboys won the division last year, didn't they?
Yep.
I'm picking the team that also got to the playoffs. I'm picking the Eagles. They are doing something there in Philadelphia.
They're doing some things, but that division is hot ass every year. It's really hard not to pick the Cowboys. They have the most working parts. But because I side with Stephen A. Smith and that I fucking hate the Cowboys, I will never pick the Cowboys.
So what you're saying is you'll vote for Stephen A. Smith in a future presidential election?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But I am saying I am saying that the Jaguars have more playoff wins in the last X amount of years than the Cowboys do.
Yep.
And J-Lo has significantly more in the last 10 years than they have playoff wins. So I think this is like the one I would probably be most likely to do a hot take on. And I don't think it's going to be the Commanders, but I do want, I'm going to go with the Giants this year.
What the fuck?
I got to make it interesting, right?
You believe in Daniel Jones?
Maybe. Not,
Okay.
no, I mean, I don't, but I have such little interest in that East division because it's horrendous that I don't know. We'll see.
All right. The NFC West. This could be an interesting division.
This I think is the toughest division in the entire league.
We'll start at the bottom. You probably got the Seahawks at the bottom.
Most likely with them ditching Wilson.
And then you've got the triumvirate of the 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals.
I think you got to go with the Rams again.
I agree.
I don't think it's even that close. I think it's a pretty clear number one that it's probably the Rams that come out of this division. But I think it could quite likely be either the Cardinals or the 49ers that snag a wild card spot.
Yeah.
I don't know what's really going on in San Francisco. Because with them ditching Garoppolo.
All right, he's staying for another year.
Oh, is he? Is that what they decided?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think I still probably like the Cardinals.
I think he's on the bench though.
Yeah. I'd probably give the Cardinals maybe a wild card spot. But I mean, for all we know, both could come out of that division. So
yep. Now, lastly, to the NFC South. That is the Bucks, Saints, Falcons, and Panthers.
I like on paper, right? You say this is the easiest one to pick, with maybe the exception of the North. But you got to go Bucks.
Yeah, you got to go Bucks.
The Saints are still not there. The Panthers, there's way too many unknowns. And the Falcons, I don't think really have any tools left. So this is really the Bucks division to lose.
Falcons do maybe have the most electric player in the division, though. The Falcons do.
In who?
Cordero Patterson.
Maybe in like 2015.
He's really good, man. He's really good. I don't know what you're saying.
He's better than us.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it's the Bucks. I mean, it's Brady. I do think they do take a little bit of a step back.
But yeah, probably.
But you also have to remember, if he's healthy and Tom Brady can throw to him, Tom Brady and Julio Jones is a dangerous combination.
It's very dangerous. So we'll see.
Wild cards. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I've got the Patriots.
Okay.
I've got the Raiders.
Okay.
Because I believe in the combination of Carr and Adams.
I hope so. I really like Derek Carr. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he just keeps losing all of his weapons. So,
and finally, you're gonna want to kiss me through that thing. I got the Jags.
Why? Over the Bengals?
One word are multiple words. They got rid of Urban Meyer. That's all they need to do.
But in this situation where you pick the Jaguars, that means the Bengals don't make it.
I know. The Bengals, here's the thing though. Every time you lose a Super Bowl, you always have a hangover the next season.
Maybe. I don't know. I hope it is the Jags. You're also saying that the Titans don't make it. And
yes,
as awesome as I think it would be,
and I said earlier that I think Ryan Tannehill sucks.
It's a hot take, dude. It's a hot take.
And by the end of the season, Malik Willis will be starting for them.
That wouldn't surprise me, but I will say that I think it's unlikely it's the Jaguars' year to make the playoffs. I hope it does. I really do. But if I'm going wild card spots, I'm going Ravens, I'm going Pats, and I'm probably going Superchargers.
You're not. Oh, that's right. You already have the Bengals in there. Okay. Now to the NFC. Got the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think you almost have to, right? This is like Cardinals. You pick Cardinals. You pick 49ers, and
you have to worry though about Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
You have to worry about him post October, like post Halloween. And the reason for that is the new Call of Duty game comes out, and that motherfucker loves to play Call of Duty way too damn late into the night. And then he doesn't study film. And then his team puts in a clause in his contract that he has to watch film. And then the media learns about that, and then all hell breaks loose.
I think they probably are pretty safe to make the playoffs anyway, but so you got Cards. Who else you got?
The Panthers. I believe in Baker.
I think that's an interesting pick. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I think it would be a better year if they made it in.
And it's the year the Cats got the Lions.
Boy, that'd be cool, huh?
Oh yeah. And maybe it's just because I've been watching Hard Knocks and I fucking love.
That probably is why.
Yeah. And on top of that, like you look at their coaching staff can make the playoffs as players.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got Mark Brunell as a quarterbacks coach.
Who doesn't love that guy?
You've got Dan Campbell as your head coach. He's former tight end. You've got Aaron Glenn as your defensive backs coach. Your running backs coach and offensive assistant is Deuce Staley, a former Eagle. And then another
former the Saints too.
And then another former Eagle, Hank Fraley, is their offensive line coach. Kelvin Shepard is their, I think, linebackers coach. Like, he used to play in the league. All these players that used to play in the league basically coach on the Lions. I'm surprised Brett Favre isn't on staff.
He probably is somewhere. He's like janitor.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to see my dick? No, Brett, get away from me.
It's not. So, in lieu of the draft, because I've kind of fallen out of love with drafts.
What about my NFC wildcard picks?
Yes. Go with your NFC wildcard picks. I forgot about that.
So I'll go with the Cardinals and I'll go with the 49ers. Ooh. And I like your year, the Cats. I really do. But I'm going to go Vikings.
That mid-ass quarterback, though.
Kirk Cousins, Super Bowl MVP this year. You'll see.
He's going to lose on Thanksgiving, the goddamn Patriots, and I'm going to be so goddamn mad.
I love Cousins because he's such a fucking tool.
And he loses almost every primetime game that he plays.
Pretty close. So for that reaction that I got out of you, it was worth it for the Vikings pick. So skull, baby.
Although I am kind of intrigued by this Jalen Rager trade that we made this week.
Yeah.
That intrigues me because now we have 2 top 20 NFL draft picks from like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we go to tier time, is what I call this.
Tier time.
Yes.
Grab your hankies and throw your cat in the litter box. It's tier time, baby.
I would ask you if you want to do NFL team logos, but since we were talking about it already, let's tier. Let me pull it up first. Let's tier the let's tier some NFL quarterbacks.
Okay. I like this. I was pretty excited about shitting all over most of the logos for the NFL teams. Chicago was gonna get an F. Anything that like just has a big C, it might as well just stand for cunt. Like figure out
Jesus.
a new fucking logo.
Yeah, it kind of messed me up when I found out that the letters are the feathers on the Eagles logo spell an E. I never knew that. I never noticed that.
Sure.
Yeah, because the way they're situated, it's an E. It's actually the Eagles backwards.
Okay.
But anyways, let's
start.
start.
Let's start easy.
Let's start with Carson Wentz here.
D.
So D is going to be our last category.
Is there also an F? Can we put him in F?
No. There's S, A, B, C, and D so far.
You North Dakota, fuck you. Carson Wentz, you're at the bottom. We'd put you on W if we could. All right, Tom Brady goes S.
Oh, okay, that's easy. I agree. Trevor Lawrence.
It's too early to tell with him. I'd say C. I would say C. I would say C as well.
Drew Lock, that feels like a D.
D. Drew starts with a D. D. Maybe a C, but I'm good with D.
I wish we had a motherfucker option. Zach Wilson.
C, I think.
All right, I kind of agree there. If you talk bad about this guy, I might have to hurt you. Mitchell Trubisky. I fucking love Mitchell Trubisky.
I do too. I just don't think he's an A quarterback. I'd probably put him B.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think he's actually surprisingly good. He's just played on shitty Bears teams for most of his career.
I think that's it as well. I think Mitch Trubisky could be really good, but we just haven't seen that part yet.
Speaking of playing on shitty Bears teams, Justin Fields.
I think C.
I would agree.
Are you okay? It sounds like we're in agreement for most of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll re-rank the tiers after we're done with this. You know who's the top C, top B, kind of like how we did last week.
Sure.
Is that Jacoby Brissett or is that?
That's Brissett. Tua. That's not. If
it
was Tua Tugaluga Booga, that guy's an S tier.
Oh no, wait, that is Tua.
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure it's Tua.
I think it's Brissett.
Because why the fuck is Deshaun Watson here then?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's Tua.
Probably C, maybe D.
Yeah. You know what? C, because
I think C. He has
potential. He
has
potential. Oh boy. Patty Mahomes. Do you put him in the S tier? Or is he an A quarterback?
It's tough to say if he's an S because he had so many weapons.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a very good game manager. I think he could go both ways. I think he could go S. I think he could go A. The thing is, who else are we going to put in S? I don't really see any quarterbacks we could really go S on except for one more.
There's one, and he looks
Yeah.
like a homeless man.
So you know what? Let's put him in A. Let's put Mahomes in A.
Matt Ryan.
I think in his prime, I think he could be as high as A. Right now, B.
All right.
And I think that's being generous.
Yeah. I actually, you know what? I'm gonna put him ahead of Mitch already.
That's fine. He's got.
I can't wait for this one. Sam Darnold.
Jeez, I don't know, man. Probably C. What do you think?
I'm going D.
You want to do D?
Sam Darnold fucking sucks.
He played with the Jets. It's not his fault.
Still, even at USC, he was terrible.
He wasn't great. He wasn't great.
Derek Carr.
A B.
Yeah.
That's a B quarterback.
I would put him ahead of
I would as well.
Ryan as well. Ooh. Talk about a guy who has potential for S tier. Potential, I mean. Not saying he's there, but Josh Allen.
Okay, but here's my fear with Josh Allen. I like Josh Allen. I like the Bills. But you know who else got off to a really hot start that like they said was going to be the next big thing? We got him on D tier right now. His name's Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced Allen's the real deal yet. I see a lot of people putting him like high on NFL drafts, S tier, A tier. I'm not convinced he's going to be that good. I put him A or B, but
I'm putting him A.
That's fine.
Just slightly behind Mahomes because of the playoff game.
Yep.
The nasty man. Where do we put the nasty man?
Probably B.
I wish we had a nasty man category here, but
yeah, I think I put him at the back of B.
Yeah. The funniest quarterback in the league, Jameis Winston.
What do you want to put him at? I want to know your opinion first.
I love Jameis Winston.
I know you do.
He's a funny motherfucker. I love
that. Doesn't matter on this tier list. You have to pick him based on his skill. And I say he's a C.
Oh god damn it. I want him as a B, and I want to
He is not a B. He's not a B. Do not put him on a B. No, not a B. No. You put him on a C. You can put him ahead of Lawrence. He is not a B. He got shitbag titty fuck of the week about 8 times on Bob Menery's page. You cannot put him in B. You bullied Bryson into picks all week last week. You're not going to do it with me.
Kyler Murray. James so goddamn much.
Kyler Murray probably a B.
Okay. Well, he's going ahead of everybody. Everybody that gets into the B gets ahead of Deshaun. That's another part of his discipline that he has from everybody.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford.
Okay, so here's another one. I think you could put him A. I think you could put him B. He's not S for sure. I think you either put him in the front of the Bs or you put him probably. You don't put him ahead of Mahomes, but I think you probably could put him on A.
I want to put him on A, but he's behind Allen right now.
That's fine.
Oh boy, Marcus Mariota.
Low C probably.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's I'm gonna put him ahead of Fields.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Joe Burrow.
I think you put him at the back of A, or I think you could put him somewhere in B.
I think. Well, I think he has to go. If he, you know what? Yeah, he's in A, but he's behind Stafford based off of the Super Bowl.
I mean, that makes sense. That seems fair.
Mr. Unlimited, Russell Wilson.
I'd probably put him in the front of B or the back of A.
He might be. I think he should be B. If we were basing this off of which of these quarterbacks has the hottest wife, he is S tier.
Yep.
I love Sierra.
Sierra.
Goodies. That was not at all how the song went.
Doop doop doop. It's a jungle out there. My goodies. My Sierra.
One of the worst quarterbacks that there is, Ryan Tannehill.
I don't think he's D. I think you could put him in the way back of B, or you can put him in C. I think you probably put him in C, but you put him high in C. And in my opinion, he's better than Jameis. He's better than Trevor Lawrence. He's really better than anyone else on C. So I could probably put him in B. He's a pretty good game manager. He's got a lot of seasons.
Where I put him.
Okay, but you already made it pretty clear you don't like him. It's Tannehill, so I don't give a shit. But
fine, fuck it. Davis Mills.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's the Texans quarterback.
We don't know anything about him, right? Put him in D.
Yeah, we do. He has a long ass neck. Look at that. Look at that thing. Mills Mafia, baby.
D. I don't know. I don't know enough about him.
Somebody doesn't watch the Houston Texans. But you are right. He sucks. Dak Prescott.
Put him behind Deshaun Watson.
That would be so fucking funny.
Dak, you're good enough to be acknowledged as an NFL quarterback, but man, like you fucking suck sometimes.
He really does. Lamar Jackson.
You could put, I think probably
he's middle B, I think.
I think middle B. I might.
He's behind Carr, but he's ahead of
Ryan. I definitely think he's ahead of Ryan. I'm cool with that.
Okay. Talk about overrated quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins.
I put him high C.
I want to put him behind Jameis. Fuck it. I'm doing it.
I don't care. Bro, that's your team. That's your boy. So
I don't care. He's not my boy.
That's your boy.
He can fuck right off.
That's your boy. You like that?
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Who's going to Peach Ranch? You like that?
Well, he's not going to Peach Ranch anymore. That's why I fucking hate the guy. He now knows what he wants. He doesn't want the cactus bread. He wants to I don't know. I don't know why I fucking hate him. I just do. He's mid. He's mid as fuck.
Oh, it's accurate. You put him behind Jameis, who throws more interception than he does completions. So
yeah. He also couldn't see for the first 8 years of his career. He had to get LASIK surgery.
Jameis Jameis. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, maybe that's why.
You honestly, we should put Jameis higher because of that celebration when after he broke his leg or whatever for the Saints, and the Saints go in and beat like I don't know Tampa or somebody.
That is
And
not a reason to put him higher than he already is.
it's fucking awesome. I love Jameis Winston. Um, Jalen Hurts. He's ahead of Dak. I'm gonna say that right now.
Put him by Murray.
Put him by Murray.
Yeah. I don't either side. I don't think it really matters.
All right. Ooh. Possibly a future Kirk Cousins candidate in Justin Herbert.
Herbert's tough.
He has the
It's-
potential to be good, but
he really does. But I think you put him on B tier, but it's way back in B tier.
okay. He's not ahead of Kyler. I don't think.
No, I think you could put him there by Dak.
Like right. He can't go ahead. He can't go behind Nasty Man.
Okay, you put him ahead of Nasty Man since you made that a rule.
Yeah. Daniel Jones, that's a D.
You think it's a D?
Daniel Jones sucks.
I don't know if we know enough about him to say he sucks, although I did put several of those guys in D because I didn't know anything about them. Okay, you can put him in D.
He is ahead of Drew Lock. I'll give him that.
Okay.
Want to talk about Nasty Men?
S tier.
Yeah, I hate to fucking do it, but he is. I hate to do it. You know what? Should we put Mahomes in S tier?
I think you could because it's already not going to be very high of a tier.
Jared Goff. Turn your head and Goff.
I put him pretty high B.
High B, really?
Yeah. What do you think?
Is he ahead of Lamar?
I think he could go on either side of Lamar. I think he's ahead of Ryan.
Okay. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Middle B. Maybe behind Goff.
I think he's behind Ryan, but ahead of Mitch.
Okay. We had about the same spot then.
Yeah. Mac Jones.
I'd probably give him a C.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like it's too early to tell for Mac.
Yeah. I don't think I'd put him in D because he had some success last year.
Yeah.
I'd probably put him C, but I wouldn't put him very high in C. Put him with Lawrence.
I'm going to put him.
You're going to put him ahead of Cousins.
You're goddamn right I am.
All right.
All right. So is that our tier?
It looks like our tier.
All right. So how do we feel about how these are S tier?
I think if you're looking at it from a fantasy football, this is about perfect. You have three guys that are going to get a lot of points. You have three guys that are going to do pretty well most weeks. You have a bunch of dudes in the B and the C tier that are going to kind of be whatever. You draft them late. And then you have D guys, which you avoid.
Yes.
Like this tier makes a lot of sense to me.
All right. So I'm saving that. Yes, I want to download the image. Yes, download the image. There we go. All right. So, how'd you enjoy your first tier experience?
I liked it.
All right. So, that is our show for this week. Ian, any parting thoughts for the listeners and the viewers?
No, I just remember what you learned in school and during your times when you're growing up. You know, you start to think it's like, I'm older, I'm more responsible, I'm mature enough. I can make that decision on my own. And then you do it and you trust a fart and you shit your pants in the woods. So
yes. So wait, you've shit your pants recently?
No, I haven't. I just tied it in, but I was close to shitting my pants.
Oh, we talked a little bit last week about shitting your pants as an adult. I feel like you have to do that at least once, and it's usually when you're drunk.
I'm not like, but that's like I had a friend in college that like anytime he drank, he pissed himself as soon as he passed out. So you either piss yourself, you shit yourself, or you don't do anything. And I'm in the don't do anything category.
Or you puke.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that just usually means you had too much, right?
Yeah. And then you have corn in your puke. Then
Yeah.
your boy is like, Scotty, Ian's got puke or corn in his puke. He's got puke in his corn. It's like, yeah, Shay, I see it.
I don't remember eating any corn.
You never do. But yeah, that's our show. Please like and subscribe. Rate us on iTunes if you must. Listen to us on Launchpad One as well, which is how a lot of our advertising revenue, our advertising things, that's how we get noticed, is by listening on Launchpad One. Or just listen anywhere. Listen on Spotify. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Listen on the YouTube.
Yes. But thanks for watching and thanks for listening.